everybody. My name is Logan Deidre, and welcome to Cuisine Stellata Starred Cuisine. Um, this is a horror cooking game, of course. We are always about them horror cooking games. But anyways, it says it literally started as soon as so I'm just gonna end up reading this. Anyways, oh yeah, it's about an Italian restaurant, so and I love Italian, so better be very very magnifique. So yeah, 19th century, somewhere in the countryside of Romagna, Italy. Okay, beautiful day. Whoa. Okay. Great harm comes to those who let themselves be conquered by wine. Little by little, they grow nauseated by food and find nourishment almost entirely in drink. Thus, they degrade themselves in the eyes of the world, becoming ridiculous, dangerous, and beastly. Pellegrino Artusi. Okay. Ooh, okay, okay. Oh, that's cool as heck. Okay, so the volume, interact. Okay, move forward. Okay. Add the oil to the pan. I think it's oil, right? Where's the oil? Okay. Oil to the pan. Okay. Chop the onion, carrot, and celery and add them to the pan. Um, onion first. Chop it. Okay. Celery, carrot. Okay. To the pan. Chop the meat and add to the pan. Okay, where's the meat at? Chop it all the way up. Ooh. Okay. What's this alien meat? Pour the red wine into the pan. Okay. Grab the tomato sauce from the shelf and add it to the pan. Okay. From the shelf. Shelf where? From the shelf. Oh, right. Right here, right? Um. Oh, is it right over here or? Okay, no, it's right here. Okay. I think that's it. Okay. Add that to the pan. Okay. Place the tortelli in the pot. What the heck is a tortelli? That's a tortelli. Put it in the pot. Okay. Write in the notebook. Okay. They say that curiosity is a dangerous trap, leading man into abysses from which he can never return. It is the same hypocritical world which claims to not to care about food, that makes no civil or religious celebration without eventually spreading the tablecloth and trying to eat as heartfully as possible, or heartily as possible. Therefore, I say, always choose for your raw materials the finest goods, for these will make an impression If this precious fruit of who knows where origin is in is as rare as I believe, it must cost as much or even more than truffles. But caution must be exercised with hope and fervor, for hidden prayers already hold future sorrow. I am repulsed by witnessing, as they say, the discretion of God's grace. Yet indulgence and appetite are too great. Okay, that's good. Add the tortellini to the pan. Okay. Plate the dish. Where's the plate? Where's the plate? Where's the plate? Plate the dish. Okay. Plate the dish. Eat. Let's eat the dish. Okay. Are we in euphoria or something while we eat it? Um, I guess we are. Meals like these make me feel like a neophyte in the kitchen and in the art of tasting. Not only the quality, but the sheer delight leaves me astonished and my dreams fulfilled. Its sauce blends with so many dishes, keeping such excellent company that it's worth the effort to satisfy every curiosity and rekindle the fire in the stoves to get back to work and plunge like a deep sea diver in search of the goodness and beauty I adore. I often say that one should only return to food when the stomach persistently cries out for the help. Yet I inherited almost unbridled erotic instincts from nature, at times nearly ruining my health and everything else. More, moreover, if men neither crave food nor experience sexual stimulation, the human race would soon perish. So here I am again. Casseroles, pots, and lids. Open your legs. Aromas of the undergrowth, sautés, and braids of garlic. For I have returned against you, amongst you. Okay. Okay. I'm in the pot. Right. Like, grab the onion, carrot, celery, and stuff, and add them to the pot. Okay. Add the oil to the pan. Oil. Okay. Grab the onion, carrot, and celery from the shelf. Chop them up and add them to the pan. Okay. Chop up the onion. Chop up the celery. Chop up the carrot. The pan. Okay. Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. Okay. Well, da da dee, da da doo, da da dum. Go. Oh no. We're literally eating aliens now. Where's the cleaver at? Well, sir, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Alien. It had to happen. It has to happen. Okay. Can I close the door now? Let's what do you say? Place the meat on a cutting board and dust it with flour. Okay. It's gonna be really. It's pretty funny if it's like poison though. Add the meat to the pan. Pour the broth from the pot into the pan. Pour the tomato sauce into the pan. Okay. Right in the notebook. Okay. I quiver in anticipation and can barely restrain my restless, twitching finger that ce- ceases, ce- ceaselessly torments my beard, as if trying to spread the remnants of a flavor that once passed through it. It is neither sweet nor bitter, nor sour nor salty. Perhaps it isn't even a flavor, not really. It's a sensation, an enchanting shiver that sneaks into the mouth and throat, something slimy and indefinable that leaves behind a brutal echo, an aftertaste that never fades. There's no way to describe it, for no words exist to define it. Okay, plate the dish. Okay, now let's eat it. Let's go to space. We're going to space. Intergalactic flavors. Would y'all eat an alien? That's the thing. Not knowing what it's in it. It is certainly a flavor, but not one that human taste has ever experienced before, nor could it ever hope to savor. A shadow that does not exist on the world's taste buds, and that seems to feed, alternatively and contrary, on something within me. Even every other ingredient appears diseased, contaminated by its proximity, producing twisted fruits with a taste so warped that no one would dare try them, except those who, unbound by the dogmas and chains imposed by traditional cuisine, claim for themselves a flavor that is not of this world. It is like a painter's discovery of a new color or a chilling nuance, one that seems as though it had always been available, ignored in a remote corner of our darkened iris, atrophied, unaccustomed to surprise and unprepared for shock. Man, this is going to end up making me be more smarter, guys. I'm saying these big words, you know. Okay. What else? Add oil to the pan. Okay. Um, chop onion. Okay, where's the onion at? Onion, pan. Go to the cellar, grab the meat. Okay. Alright, man. Hey, you tasted good. All right. Hey, it was a good thing we are having. All right. Now, yep. Let me get some of this out here. Give me some of your ribs. Ooh, that looks nice. Put the meat and add it to the pan. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna make some meatballs. Go to the cellar and grab the white wine and pour it into the pan. Okay. I ain't coming for you now. Okay. I ain't going for it, man. Swipe outline. Well, at least he's sleeping now. White outline, import in the. Add the broth to the pan. Write in the notebook. Okay, see what it says. Once it was said that potage was man's fodder, but this one seems more like the fare of angels and devils, ogres, and Mazapegul, Magalasi, and Mamakul, spirits and essence of myth. I feel my stomach not gnashing its teeth, eagerly preparing for a beastly feast. I listen to the ancestral call of hunger and distinguish every word it utters. Now the palate, now the colon, now the even the bile itself, with its acidic tides, and still the shrieking taste buds, singing their clear, piercing notes. As the oh man, it's kind of making my stomach turn for a minute. I don't know why. As the pleasure unfolds, alas, a vortex rises from the depths of my innards, a force so impetuous, a spasmodic outburst that fills me with understanding and compassion for all those wild, primitive beasts, ruled by passion and the violence of flesh. Okay. Well, chop the meat up. Wait, I don't got no meat. I gotta go down there again. Is it my meat this time? Oh, I got it. Or, well, I think he's dead anyway. So I'll chop the. Oh wait, it's probably this one up here. They're gonna end up coming back for me. Ooh, okay. Grab the bread from the shelf and slice it. Okay. Okay. Spread the meat on the bread. Okay. Plate the dish. For some reason, now let's make my stomach turn. It really didn't. For some reason, it didn't make my stomach turn before, but now it is. Okay. What are we going to say about it today? My word! Certain laws lie hidden within the nature of taste, such that I could have never imagined. I feel every fiber of my body twisting and writhing, seized by a new sensation of every bite, for this flesh does not belong to the earth, nor does this flavor conform to the human order. After a single meager taste, such is its power that all other food loses its usual virtues. Wine turns to water, bread crumbles into ash, and even the air seems laden with an imperceptible scent. Nothing washes away this shadow upon my tongue, as if my very body were learning a new way to perceive the world, a way both wrong and forbidden, and yet that is most terrifying in the heart of this damp night, with my throat parched and my stomach emptying so swiftly. Is that something inside me still longs for that flavor? This is crazy, guys. Alright, go to the cellar, grab some more meat. Okay. Hopefully he's not alive now. No, he ain't. Oh, it's rotten. Oh, dude, you ain't gonna... It's gonna eat his brain. No. That's... We're gonna make... We're gonna try to be smarter or something. This is... Oh, man. Now this is getting too far. I mean, I get like the flesh and everything. But... The brain... Ugh. That's disgusting, man. Put the meat in the pot. Right into the book. Alright. What misfortune! What ill-fated news! O wretched swamp! O foul quagmire! O unholy land that has sheltered me since I was a child! Have you no pity for your own children? You let no food stay wholesome for long, and this one, amongst all, so sweet and precious, you can barely stand abundance. I curse upon you. Is he turning into like a devil or something? Grab an egg and place into the bowl. Oh man. Okay. A bowl. So right there. Okay, so place it in that. Okay. Add the flour to the bowl. Add the oil into the bowl. Okay. So we're like the Hannibal Lecter of aliens. Cut the meat. Dust the meat with flour. Coat the meat with batter. Add the oil to the pan. To the pan. Write in the notebook. I cannot but entrust myself to fate. May this change in appearance and these vapors, despite the stench, enhance the flavor as they do for grappas, seasoned cheeses, and cured meats. For I well know that spoiled foods at times hold unexpected effects. So he's going to end up trying to poison himself now. Plate the dish. And let's yum yum on some brains. Alien brains. See what we say this time about the alien brains. This time, the tasting was like a walk through the height of summer, a murky, tangly path through a flowering garden where the way was painted in color and breathed fragrances like a dream. In that vast and illuminous expanse, it seemed as if the entire course of my life flowed before me. The path opened beneath an arch of dentate ivy. I made my way down a gorge, through patches of light and shadow, stepping where the branches parted into pools of golden mucosa, and beneath the trees on my left, indistinct blankets of fernagil roses stretched out like a carpet. The air seemed to lay soft kisses upon my skin. From the deep belly of the wood came the cooing of wild doves, mingled with the warm gastric gurgling of a welcomed brook. The ground there was so overlain with primroses that avoiding them was impossible, lost as they were in that digestive churn. The sweetness of the air and the green of the fronds dripping with enzymatic liquors, almost filled me with reverence. At last, I emerged from the garden through an orifice of hedges and brambles, sweaty and disheveled, like a man freshly torn from his mother's womb. Guys, this doesn't look good. What's he gonna do? The heart now? Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. Dude, how long are we gonna do this now, dude? We just ate the brain. We're gonna do the heart next. Uh, where's the meat at? I told you. I told you. The alien came down and now he called his, brethren. In the end, it has left me alone. Yet a new energy surges within me, flowing from top to bottom, carried like a bolus deep into my most hidden bowels. I myself, it seems, am changed. It is the simplest explanation and yet the wretchedest one. Thus, why shouldn't I have become part of this splendid essence, a link in a metabolic chain that always finds its final rest in the vilest of excretions? Whew. Use the bucket in the cellar. Okay. Where's the bucket? Oh, right there. Oh, there it is. What is that? Collect feast. We're not gonna eat our own crap. Dude, you're making this worse on me, dude. Oh my. Oh man, dude. You're making this worse on me. I thought it couldn't. The brain possibly could go wrong. You know? Now we're eating our own crap. Oh man. We've lost it. Slice the bread. We ain't making a poop sandwich, dude. We're making a poop sandwich. Dude. We're not. Oh no. I deserve this. This dude deserves this, dude. He ate a alien, dude. What a catastrophe. A sharp, biting taste, filthy as a guttered rag. A faded memory of its once pristine purity, perhaps too diluted, the spirit of tastiness and delight has scattered along the way. Perhaps its graces and virtues have surrendered to the stomach, and from there to the flesh entirely. Nothing remains for me but to surrender to one last attempt. Okay, this is the last one. We gotta cut ourselves, dude. Yep, we're cutting ourselves. Ready, guys? Time to cut ourselves. This dude's a psycho. Pee to the pan. Right in the book. I notice with a certain astonishment a twitch in my eyes and tears that blur my vision. And yet, by some cruel contradiction, my eyes burn like flames on dry stubble, scorched by their own dryness, like earth cracked by drought, the very drought of the soul which has already drained every last tear before it can fall. And thus it happens that, like who gazes too long upon the high sun, finding no haven in the shadow of night, I feel myself consumed by fire, without a single tear to quench the blaze. Eat. Eat your own flesh. No, it didn't help. Didn't help at all, did it? I feel my vigor leaving me, yet I still breathe in the glory of the tasting. Little time remains, and I must make the most of it, so that my final work may take shape. God Spirit, or Devil, whoever you are, grant me one last fateful taste. Grant me but a thread of oil over this tepid potage my very life. This is weird, guys. Okay. Go to the cellar. No, we gotta... Whoa. Okay. The alien's coming after me. Wow. Created for the spaghetti invasion. That was amazing. Creator of this game, that was amazing. Bravo. Bravo. Um, it it got the disgust factor for me. That was crazy. Um, because it was like, yeah, you eat the flesh, and then it's like, yeah, you eat the innards, but you ate the brain, then you eat your feces, and then it turns out you eat yourself. That was crazy. Um, but yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this. And if y'all did, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next
Game over.